Hello.
Just waiting for Kuma to get started going. And well, I guess before we can get started, I guess we can go ahead and just talk about a little bit of the game. So yeah, Rockman 3 Claws, obviously as you know, Mega Man 3 ROM hack made by hackers Sukikuro. You probably would know him better from such ROM hacks as Burst Chaser Cross Air Sliding from Mega Man 4. Of course, BCAS owns, but right now we're working with Claw. And for Claw, the general order is pretty much going to be based on a weakness order. So we're going to be starting with Snake Man. As far as general movement goes, Mega Man mostly moves the same, but there are a few differences. The slide mechanic is going to be based on Mega Man 4 and Mega Man 5. That particular slide mechanics, you're not going to be seeing worries about like 8 frames of when you need to get out of a slide. Other than that, aside from some very quick ladder climbing that you're gonna see in a little bit, there's nothing too different about Mega Man's movement.
Yeah, one of the things that Rockman 3 Claw it polishes up some of the Mega Man 3 engines. And I know Fast is in chess. He's probably gonna say no, it messes him up, but um, I think it's cleaned up. So ladder climbing is fast. It's not fast moving as Burst Chaser, but everything is kind of refined and clean movement, such like that. Um, I also didn't mention, so you know Sukikuro does Burst Chaser and Burst Chaser Air Sliding. The Rockman Claw is a trilogy of ROM hacks. So there's a Rockman Claw, there's a Rockman 2 Claw, there's a Rockman 3 Claw. And these are all canonical within the ROM hack series itself. And what I mean by that, well, you're gonna see later.
Yeah, you're gonna see by Dark Robots, and we'll explain later. Anyway, Snake Man, a little bit of a frantic fight, but unlike the original Mega Man 3, he's actually somewhat semi-weak to Buster, which is why we choose him first. Kuma pretty much did the fight spectacularly. He can really accrue a lot of damage because he's pretty much jumping all over the place. Oh, by the way, the weapons are as you expect from a wrong hack. The weaknesses are changed and the weapons perform differently. You see, he got Pounce's Bite rather than usual Search Snake. Pounce's Bite is kind of unique. You've seen a little bit, but it's got some height, quite a bit of height. Also, to answer your question, these are cut like most ROM hacks, it's a custom soundtrack. So of course they're gonna be taken from some other games, maybe some anime, some other kinds of forms of media. So yeah, and it's got a pretty wicked soundtrack, might I add.
This is my favorite stage here, Magnet Man. It's like you're in the club with Magnet Man.
Proper music as well. One of my favorite themes that Sukikuro chose for the hack.
Yeah. So the Pounce's Bite also has a lot of ammo. You pretty much almost never run out of it unless you're in the Wily stages. It does a pretty good job of cleaning up all the enemies in this stage. They can come at you from above, which Pounce's Bite works really well against, and for your other purposes, you can just shoot straight forward with the Mega Buster. And of course, Magnet Man stage. You can't have Magnet Man stage without the flying magnet. So if you hold down the jump button, you just sort of accelerate up towards him. You'll see that right after this boss here. A whole bunch more magnets. And
Yeah,
well, after the green.
Man to
This is
Man
a fun
himself.
screen. You
I'm
die in this screen right before you get to the boss here.
Sorry about that. But yeah, about Man himself, he's also kind of a little crazy. He's a little spaz. A lot of high jumping, very quick movement. You see the magnet missiles work very differently. They attack you when you're on the same horizontal axis. And it's a very fast moving weapon. You saw how Pounces by able to reach him at the very top of the ceilings. That's why he's weak to Pounces by the order, I believe the routing order is pretty much going to be weakness order, I believe.
Yeah, this weakness order. So next up is Needle Man. Needle Man's volcano or whatever this is. And the stage music is, I believe, some sort of shoot 'em up.
Yeah, Thunder Force 3, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, that going through this stage next, you got the Rush Jet from Madden Man. He's gonna be using it to a certain extent in this stage. Rush Jet works similarly as far as energy consumption. You're gonna see him doing a lot of jumps to keep energy consumption low. But also the thing about the Rush Jet is that it has massive vertical speed. So you're gonna see him use Rush Jet to move vertically on vertical base areas very quickly. He should be coming up there shortly, but right now he's probably going to be using a combination of Pounce's Bite and Rush Coil, well, the Rush items to get through this stretch of the stage.
Yeah, another thing about the magnet missile, acceleration missile or something. It pretty much functions just like the magnet missile from Mega Man 3. Pretty much. Sure, there might be some difference to it, but I can't think of it right now. Except it accelerates.
Yeah, it accelerates when it goes down. It's pretty fast when it does so. Otherwise, I don't think Needleman himself. Yeah, Needleman isn't too different except he pretty much is very mobile in the air.
He's very similar to what he does in Burst Chaser. Sort of just jumps towards you and shoots needles. As opposed to, you know, original Mega Man where he stays pretty much in place.
Oh, Barrage Arrow. What a weapon this thing is. It pretty much fires a set of random missiles in awkward angles. It's one of the harder weapons to use in the run.
Alright, well, it's time to get your ninja license here. The Shadow Man stage.
Kind of appropriate that he uses Ninja Gaiden as a music base. Ninja Gaiden 3 to be precise.
Barrage Arrow. It shoots in 3 directions. I believe it oscillates to those 3 directions. The upwards and downwards angles are kind of awkward to aim with. So probably won't be seeing him use that Barrage Arrow too much outside of boss fights.
A little bit, like I said, as far as enemies goes, as you see the Wanons, I believe I'm pronouncing it correctly, from Hardman stage, they work completely differently. As you can tell, since it's made of wrong hack, a lot of enemies work differently as you would imagine from the vanilla Mega Man 3, so you're gonna have to do a lot of adjustments to try to adapt to a lot of different enemy movements, positions, and whatnot, but that's your typical ROM hack fare. Anyway, Shadow Man, yeah, jumping all over the place, sliding. His blades go pretty much where you aim. The Barrage Arrow can hardly keep up with him sometimes, but Kumba pretty much handled it like a champ.
Yeah, I think your good strategy for this one is really just get kind of a good spread where wherever Shadow Man goes, you can hit him with at least one of your missiles as they're like spraying in one of those 3 directions. And pretty much you gotta be kind of close to hit him, but not too close where like he hits you like immediately. It's difficult to deal with. Also, atrocious blade. It's Shadow Blade. It just kind of hangs out for a bit, but it's Shadow Blade, so you can pretty much use it a whole bunch in the run. That and Pounce's Bite.
Primary weapons, maybe.
Yeah, probably takes over as Pounce's Bite as a useful like extra weapon to use.
And yeah, there goes the vertical speed that I was talking about with the Rush Jet. Very, very fast.
Yeah, so don't pull on me and try to damage a boost off the backwards conveyor belts here. You just go right into that pit. And fun fact in Mega Man 3, when you get stunned, when you get hit in that hit while sliding, Mega Man comes to a complete stop.
Actually, we should talk about, as you said, it's an improvement of Mega Man 3 in some ways, but you're gonna notice that there is a notable lack of lag in this game. Sugar Crow did a pretty good job managing how the game works, and lag is not all that apparent at all in this game. So if you come to this and expecting the same kind of excessive lag that you've seen in Vanilla Mega Man 3, this actually handles the game pretty well.
Yeah, I think he did a good job polishing that up. It's like not much lag, pretty smooth, fast ladders, nice weapons, except for Barrage Arrow. That one. But anyway, Hard Man. He doesn't like jump immediately towards you. He kind of jumps slowly. Weak to Atrocious Blade, so all you gotta do is keep him on his side of the screen, and he won't be a problem for you.
As for the Breaking Fist, well, you're gonna see how it works. It's really unique twist on how the hard knuckle is used, but we'll explain that once we actually get to the Sparkman fight, since he's weak to that particular game. I mean, that weapon. What am I talking about?
It's Breaking Fist. That's not a typo. It's a fist and it breaks.
So yeah, continuing with the game, I still gotta gush with the music. This one's if I believe, this one's
Street Fighter 2010.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Proto Man. Goodbye, Proto Man. Yeah, you pretty much just spam acceleration missiles on him, and he's pretty much done within a matter of seconds. So Proto Man is really not much of a threat in this run at all.
Yeah, the penguins are still not worth your time. Just damage boost to those side.
You think we got time for a quick donation or two before we head to the boss?
Don't have anything to read right now, but you know, we still have those bid wars open. There's more than just the Zelda 2 file name and the Mario Tennis name, but I think I see a Sparkman here.
Yeah, Sparkman.
This is a great fight.
Yeah, he pretty much just teleports. You see the teleporters, he's all over the place. The teleporters are basically random, and you pretty much gotta stay in a particular spot of the room hoping to hit the Breaking Fist where he appears. The fight is pretty nuts.
Yeah, another strategy you could use is use your Breaking Fist and park it right over one of the teleports. That one usually doesn't go over very well, but much faster just make it travel so that if he appears like anywhere in the path, you'll probably get hit. That's what I do. Also, you got your ninja license, time to get your bat license.
I was about to say shoutouts to Batman.
I'm Batman.
Where did Batman come from? Yeah, I heard him. I'm afraid of the big bat.
Oh, can you hold on? Hold the fort for me, Ice Glove.
Okay. Alright, so, Twin Plasma, the weapon that you got from Sparkman, it functions pretty much like Spark Shock, except it does damage, and has a peculiar trait. Every second shot goes behind Mega Man. So, kind of when you use the weapon, you have to anticipate which phase it's in. So, the next shot, it might go behind you. So you have to keep that in mind. It works out pretty well for Gemini Man because Gemini is weak to Twin Plasma, and Gemini Man is usually on both sides of it, so you don't have to worry anyway. Oh, Hammer Joes, they've learned how to throw down and up. Dr. Wily paid them too much. And you can pretty much just sit there and just shoot Twin Plasma, and Gemini Man will eventually get hit. You don't have to worry about aiming. The weapon that you get for this Ruby Laser, pretty much just like Gemini Laser, except when it bounces off a wall, it bounces off at a less than 45-degree angle from the wall.
Yes.
It's kind of odd to use once it bounces off a wall, but there are some good uses for it.
Yes, it's actually a pretty fast laser, by the way. I'm back. It's the fast moving laser, surprisingly, and also is the size of the ruby laser is much smaller. I think it's pretty much just one sprite out of the 3 or 4 sprites that you normally get for the Gemini laser. Props to Sugikuro about that, because that probably would have added extra lag to the game.
Yeah, again, reduces a whole bunch of lag. Game runs super smooth with this really refined laser. I like it. It's actually not a time loss using it.
Exactly.
So good. Okay, coming up here on this the gauntlet hallway here. Spikes, top throwing guys, tops. I've lost many runs to this hallway.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough hallway to try to maneuver with the top throwing enemies, and some of the basic platforming can get really tight trying to work around it.
Then you got this hallway with these clamps or whatever these things are called. And no sweat.
Yeah, Top Man can be a little spammy with his tops, but fortunately, he can pretty much out-tank him with his health and shooting the ruby laser. Otherwise, Top Man could probably be an annoying fight. Also, Senpu.
Senpu. It's top spin, except it's a little bit larger hit area and a little bit more useful than top spin. Doesn't have a top spin drain or something or other.
Yeah, it pretty much almost one-shots most enemies, and since you don't have to worry about drain, because it pretty much just instant hits most things, so as you said, there's very little worry about energy drain.
Yeah, so here we got the Dot Robot stage. We're going to Dot Shadow here. And you're gonna see all of these bosses, which would normally be from Mega Man 2, except in this ROM hack they're from Rockman 2 Claw.
Yeah, they function the exact same ways they did in Rockman 2 Claw, so there's your continuance from ROM hack to another ROM hack.
So you got Flash Man here, who's weak to Magnet Missile. If you do this fight right, you will never see him flash. There you go.
So yeah, for the most part, it's a basically straightforward level, but of course, being the Dark Robot stages, you're expecting the general platforming to be relatively tighter than you would in the first set of stages. So Goomba's just pretty much just trying to, as I keep saying, to adjust to whatever the game just decides to throw at it. So for Airman works similar. He works similar to your vanilla Airman, but of course the quote-unquote air shooters spam much more differently. I think you can also destroy the weapons with the Atrocious Blade, if I can recall correctly.
I don't think so. I don't remember. I know in Rockman 2 Claw, Airman's invincibility frames are short enough that you can kill him before he shoots, or he blows you on the other side of the room.
Yeah, my memory's kind of failing me on that, but that stage is pretty much done and over. Anyway, for Dark Needle, now you're about to see a combination of all the Rush Coil, Rush Jet strats as he goes through the Yoku Block section. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. This room is pretty sick.
Yeah, kinda got a little lost. Oh yeah, as you saw, the needles that you normally see Needleman stage, they're destructible, so that's the thing.
Yeah, the needles are, well, they're in a few places, and it's nice to be able to just kill them so you don't have to really worry about having a needle cycle to worry about. And then, of course, you just instantly juxtapose this with the Yoku Block section, so, never mind.
So yeah, we should be coming up to the next boss shortly. I want to say it's Heatman. Yes, Heatman. So yeah, Heatman is pretty much a fast-moving son of a gun, and you're pretty much tanking hits. He's really hard to dodge, so you're basically gonna be spamming your twin plasmas to beat him as fast as possible.
Yeah, just spam twin plasma, and he'll be there to catch him. If you shoot one the wrong direction, just shoot again. Second shot will be going the right direction.
Yeah, so for the second half of the Dark Needle stage, there's gonna be a lot of atrocious blades. So he's gonna try to position the atrocious blades in positions where the enemies can just run into him. Otherwise, if he can't do so, he's just gonna flat out mash them, just try to defeat enemies as quick as possible. And interesting situations we got here.
No, I'm behind or something. Oh.
But you think you're behind on video feed?
Yeah. It's like I just saw the death.
But anyway, as I say, well, he's running low on atrocious blades, so I'm not sure how he's gonna back up and have a backup plan. Probably go straight to Buster, maybe. Or maybe missiles? No, straight to Buster. Well, he died close to the end. That's kind of unfortunate.
That was like the last jump there. Pretty much. Quickman sucks. Not as much as Dustman, but he's weak to this weapon as well. So you pretty much have to know how Quickman is gonna react so that you're close enough so you can hit him with his spread. And that was a really good fight. That fight can Quickman has a tendency of embarrassing me on run it.
Yeah, it's pretty quick to have the fight just completely run away from you, so Kumba pretty much handled it like a pro. Anyway, Dark Spark pretty much brings back our moving platforms that you would normally see in Wily 3 in the vanilla Mega Man, but we're gonna be seeing a few of those. We're gonna try to skip those with Rush Jet. Otherwise, it's pretty much a standard level. Ignore all the penguins till we get to our next boss. Yeah, Woodman is weak to Breaking Fist. For Woodman, you're just gonna park the fist right above him and just rinse and repeat. As long as you set up, of course.
Park it.
Yee.
Yeah, there's one fist right over his head, he jumps into it, one fist where he lands, and then you can sneak in a third shot before he puts up the shield again. It's a really nice strategy. I think I came up with the 2 fists, and then I guess Kumba came up with the 3 fists strategy.
Yeah, kind of cut it close on the fight though. Fortunately, they were still pulling through. And there's use of the acceleration missile. Very nice. And here's another moving platform section. Use the Rush Jet to quickly move up. The vertical speed makes that section a breeze. And now we're about to deal with Bubble Man. We're gonna Senpu him to death. Just pretty much spam Senpu on his hitbox. Like you said, you don't have to worry about energy drain, so you can just mash the Senpu and he's done.
It's not that hard of a boss, at least in relation to Quickman. But quick fight nonetheless.
Yeah, a lot of the Dark Robot stages, they're not really too particularly special. They're generally straightforward stages, even though they're technically supposed to be a little harder. But other than that, there's not too much description about them except for how to deal with bosses, since the bosses are really the only main thing that changes within these sets of stages. Then again, the final stretch of Dark Gemini is going to be worth mentioning, but first things first. Yeah, we got ourselves a moving Metal Man, spamming blades while he's in constant movement.
Yeah, one thing about this fight is if Metal Man is like really in the middle of the screen, it's really hard to hit him with the ruby laser. So you kind of want to get him near a wall so that you can either hit him directly or bounce the laser off the wall and hit him while he's in the air. Because if he's in the middle of the room, you'll miss. Also, this hallway, I've died on this hallway many times. These arrow platforms are not playing around.
Yeah, the arrow platforms move up as soon as Mega Man is in align with the platform, so you pretty much got to move quick and do the spike sections. Otherwise, there's not much else, just a mad dash to the finish. So, Crashman gonna be using Pounce's Bite. A little frantic.
Yeah, Crashman only jumps and shoots when you shoot. So sometimes you'll just let Pounce's Bite just roll up to him and take the hit before you shoot again. And if you just wait it out strategically, you can win the fight with a minimum of damage.
Get your buff breaks ready. And also, as usual, shout out to IBN.
Remember, it's bringing him over now. If you want to help Cassio Third and Prissy get to AGDQ, you can help bring him over now and save the marathon's bacon.
Oh, Wily 1, this is a special stage. This is Rush Marine required. And it's very fast paced. A high speed chase around spikes, underwater enemies. It's a very high paced stage. And once you see the cards at the end, God bless iframes. Yeah, he was poured by magnets.
Yeah, the nice part about that water section is that there's lots of enemies for you to damage boost off of, so running into the spikes isn't as much of a concern as it might appear. Run into an enemy, but you still have to be careful. Still. And the rest of the stage is I don't know, kind of nondescript. These spark monsters and just making your way to the boss here.
Sorry about this.
No
What's wrong? So the turtle boss shoots turtles from right, left, right. So if you're in position, you can hit the turtles pretty much as soon as they come out the water. And
yeah, the breaking fist is pretty much key for that fight. Pretty much anticipating where you're gonna land, shoot the fist, break them, and have it just land on the fist, and the turtles are done.
yeah, State Wily 2. This level is mostly vertical, so you're gonna see a lot of Rush Jet here. I'm gonna pull out Rush Jet and fly up to the next ladder.
Yet again, emphasizing the vertical speed of the Rush Jet.
Exactly.
Yeah, for this music, it's actually come off of anime. It's called Information High from an anime, Macross Plus. So yeah, pretty unique music choices.
Yeah, I know a lot of these songs I've never heard of. That one. Alright, so we got Sky Blue Devil here. He shoots his segments in threes for the most part. He's weak to Pounce's Bite, so
Easy.
kind of want to be close to his middle, and he's gone.
I don't even know what to call that easy devil. I probably would say easiest or pathetic devil.
As long as you're close enough to get right under his eye, and not too much damage to die, you pretty much just take him down. Conveyor belts suck.
Yeah, I've seen Kuba die in the conveyor belt section every other time sometimes. Not a easy place to traverse.
Yeah, because if you get hit, those conveyor belts just push you right into that pit. Then you're crying because you've lost like 10 to 15 seconds or something or other. You didn't want to lose that time. This stage is kind of vertical, but you're kind of constrained by all these blocks and stuff, so not as much rush jet here, if any at all. Of course, Senpu just taking care of all these enemies. 1, 2, 3.
Probably could have used it a little earlier, having those enemies just gang up on the hitbox.
That pogo stick guy just throwing sticks.
Okay, so we got an interesting clone Mega Man fight. It's weak to Barrage Arrow. I believe the first spot is the same and the rest is random.
Yeah, pretty much. The first spot is all the way up in the upper right corner. You can... Not enough time to get to them to spam.
I think there's a tell in which you can know which is which, depending on how they teleport.
I think if you see
Yeah,
the beam in animation, that's it.
Yeah, I think the real one bounces twice, and the fake ones bounce once. Not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that.
So yeah, boss rush time.
Yeah, boss rush time. For the most part, these are going to be the same weaknesses as we saw in the for the 8 robots first time, with the exception of Shadow Man is weak to both Barrage Arrow and Atrocious Blade. And of course, since Barrage Arrow is kind of awkward to use, we're going to be seeing Atrocious Blade against Shadow Man.
Not to mention, as you just saw, you got to see Snake Man's actual weakness being the Senpu, so you pretty much just crash into him and for a few hits and he's done. Also, as you notice, the teleport rooms, of course, since BCAS is more famous for it, since you've seen that game more, you notice that the teleport rooms are actually the exact spots of the 8 robot master portraits that you'll know from the beginning of the game, so you're pretty much going to be moving around that, so you're pretty much always going to know where bosses are.
Yeah. I think that's always annoyed me about Mega Man games, is that the teleports are just kind of random order, so you go into one, you're not sure exactly what you're going to get.
Well, initially, of course, once you play it multiple times, you'll wind up knowing where everything is, so...
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing all that special except for the final... Yeah, Shadow Blade up and coming. So as Ice Plug said, he weak to his own weapon, 3 hits and dead. Really good boss rush.
Big go. This wily robot here, Senpu, the bottom part, pretty much any weapon that hits upwards, hammer it, Pounce's Bite is the best for it.
Of course, he started with...
He's already dead.
Yes.
Moonwalker!
Yeah, Senpu works wonders on both forms, but you probably won't get one hit on the second phase and switch to the Pounce's Bite after the first Senpu hit. Oh, and we actually got a stage for Wily 6.
Oh yes. Classic Tsukikuro. Mega Man 3 ROM hacks have a complete stage for the final battle.
At least it's not about 2 screens like vanilla Mega Man 3.
Yeah. That being said, it's not terribly difficult. Mostly just some enemies here. No bottomless pits or anything like that, so pretty much just something to get the blood pumping, but not really that much chance of death. This first boss here, you want to jump into him, coil Senpu, and kill him up. This next stage, weak to this weapon. There you go. Rockman 3 Claw.
Very well done by Kumba.
Man,
GG.
still behind.
What was the time, by the way?
It's on stream. It's a 34:14.
Not a bad time. Not bad at all.
Pretty
with,
good.
With that, I think we're going to be getting Baron Haynes on here as well.